The other side? Part 2. Your mind spun, and the air in the room felt heavy. You shut the laptop as if closing it would make everything disappear. But it didn't. The weight of the discovery stayed with you, a knot tightening in your chest. You felt exposed, vulnerable in a way you never had before, even though it wasn't your secret. This was the person you had built your life with, the person who was supposed to be your partner, your confidant. But now there was this whole other side of her, shared with thousands of strangers, while you were left in the dark. You stood up, pacing the room, your hands shaking. Should you confront her now? Should you wait until morning? Your thoughts raced, tumbling over one another in a dizzying spiral of disbelief and hurt. You loved her, but this was something else, something you never could have prepared for. Finally, you couldn't take it anymore. You went to the bedroom, your feet barely making a sound on the hardwood floor. There she was, lying peacefully, her breathing slow and steady, completely unaware of the storm brewing inside you. "Emily," you said softly, your voice betraying the anger and confusion bubbling beneath the surface. She stirred slightly but didn't wake. "Emily," you said louder this time, shaking her shoulder gently. She blinked, eyes bleary with sleep as she turned to you. "What's wrong?" she asked, her voice heavy with drowsiness. You could barely find the words. "Why didn't you tell me?" Her brow furrowed in confusion. "Tell you what?" "About the OnlyFans," you said, your voice breaking on the last word. The look on her face shifted instantly, from confusion to realization, then to panic. She sat up in bed, pulling the blanket tighter around her as if it could shield her from the confrontation she had never anticipated. "You looked at my laptop?" she asked, her voice quiet, defensive. "That's what you care about right now." You couldn't believe it. "Emily, you've been living this secret life, sharing everything with strangers, and you didn't think to tell me?" She opened her mouth, then closed it again, as if searching for the right thing to say, but coming up empty. I didn't think it was a big deal. It's just a way to make some extra money." "Not a big deal?" You could hardly process her words. "You're selling photos, videos yourself to strangers online, and you didn't think I should know?" "It's not like that," she said quickly. "It's not about us. It's something separate, something I do for me. It doesn't change anything between us." But to you, it changed everything. Trust had been shattered, and you weren't sure how to piece it back together. You felt betrayed, not by the fact that she was on OnlyFans, but by the secrecy, the lies by omission. "How long?" you asked, your voice quieter now, but still laced with hurt. "How long have you been doing this?" 6 months, she whispered, looking down at the bed. "I didn't know how to tell you." You stood there for what felt like an eternity, your heart pounding in your chest, before finally turning and walking out of the room. You needed space, time to process everything, to figure out where to go from here. Behind you, you could hear her softly crying, but you couldn't look back. The weight of the truth, now fully exposed, was too much to bear.